Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where the moment I loaded into the game, a force of wildwalkers came over and attacked our village here, just to make it clear that under no circumstances will I be allowed to have villages. We need to, in order to maintain any number of converted villages, we're going to have basically just like posted roving armies, and that's a thing we can totally do once we're out of this war. Right now, obviously, our troops need to be devoted to things. I'm gonna not have this guy jump in to defend the village for obvious reasons. Yep, you sure did burn a bunch of my influence. And that does set the village to the destroyed state, so if we want to quickly reconvert it, it's going to be at the higher cost, but also, obviously, not a super high priority for us here. So we're going to rush this army. They're in like the worst possible position. If we're lucky... Yeah, if we're lucky, this is all that there is. Is there a Tedicate in this? Okay. We can step forward a little bit and verify. Because we have so much vision. Aha! There's the trick. Well, I'm glad I did that. That does complicate things a little bit. You have 8 move. So if we ran around to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe that would deny them their reinforcements. I believe an attack from there. Unfortunately, as far as I know, there's no way to get the game to show us that prospective attack. It will always only show you the attack you get from the shortest run. What we can do is move this army to here. There we go. Yes, I am right. This is an okay way to do this. That said, I definitely don't want to engage with this army. Okay, good thing we looked. See, this is why it's valuable to have a unit with an absurd amount of sight in your army. The Tedicates are good. I don't use them enough, but I do think they're a strong unit overall. Look at how true your sight is. Okay, so we'll run to here at the beginning of the turn. We'll attack. If we can beat this army by itself, then presumably we can do the same to this one, although I guess it depends a lot on how much wear and tear we suffer. I love the fact that, like, angles of engagement and vision and stuff are as important in this game as they are. Oh, you monster, how dare you. Yeah, and now... Well, alright, I'm going to launch the non-optimal attack because we do need to get an attack. How dare they move before I was ready for them to move? What were they thinking? Sure, new Empire plans soon. Oh, the Wildwalkers are just attacking my dude here as well. Well, let's retreat that, obviously. I got what I was going for. Going home. Yeah, okay, we're as fired up as we need to be. This is gonna be a little, it's gonna be a little sketchy. We're gonna cede control of a lot of territory to them pretty quickly here. They're gonna close in on these reinforcement positions immediately. Let's maybe do more like this. I'm just trying to, like, I definitely want to make sure we're maximizing morale, income here, right? So I want to be adjacent to the flag, and also I would love to prevent them from getting to our flags, but there's, yeah, with the ice work, there's no way. Yeah, they're probably, my guess is they're going to pin both of our reinforcement positions immediately, and that's going to make this a pretty challenging battle. Challenging, to put it gently. That said, we got tough units, and one thing that the Ice Warg is not is survivable. It is a real glass cannon unit. All Alright, so yeah, crush, crush, crush. Try to kill that one. Back up, and then try to kill that one. Fortunately, their Tedekes are suffering from short range much more than ours are, because of course, you know, that's the nature of the beast. Doing a good job of keeping me from drawing reinforcements, though. So we have 2 movement. Alright, your plan is to shoot this one. You also only have 2 move, and you go after their... So their Tedeke is going to move to here. I'm actually thinking maybe we want to focus all of the ranged units on this thing. And try to have all the melee units. I mean, here's a problem. Base build Harmonites only have 1 combat speed, so... Mostly what we're going to be doing is absorbing a lot of fire. Yeah. Okay. Again, ranged units, just try to make sure this thing goes down. Really? 0? You gotta 0 me? Are you... Yeah, you're also crossbow and shield. I'm still gonna... No, you know what? I'm not gonna press. Sorry. I was thinking, you know, still demoralized, but I need to leave room for my... Oh, never mind. Don't need to leave room for anybody. Okay, so we did lose the tiny army. And we don't have another hyena. Well, that's the thing that's gotta get fixed. We got those from down here, right? No, this is a Yotus. Oh, yeah, Yotus. Although now the Yotus villages are overgrown, so... Awkward. Don't know what we can really do about that. Can we negotiate peace with you? If we have peace with the player, they can't attack our villages. So that would be a sort of a high-value move. Unfortunately, not even a little bit possible. Yeah. He took an empty fortress from us at one point, and he's going to be... Every deal he offers us is going to be massively unfair for a huge amount of time because of that. This is that effect that I'm always talking about, where the AI is just insufferable if they think they're winning a battle in any way at all. So... There's no more room in this army. I probably want to... pop these 2 Harmonites out. It is a shame that I'm actually out of movement, though. So we're not going to be able to do the quick swap. But we need to do that because that is the only way that we're going to be able to build more units. And we do get to build 2 units a turn as long as the stockpiles last. And hopefully we're going to be able to get even more stockpiles here soon. So let's keep an eye as well on Red's surrender readiness. If we keep winning battles, it does have the opposite effect, right? Where they get less and less eager to participate. Alright, so what I would really like to do is, at the beginning of the turn, swap you out. Ooh, or maybe I just want to close up and get the attack immediately. Maybe. I also should pin this, because otherwise I'm going to forget. I remembered enough to not build archers with our Palladian supply, but let's keep that on hand there. We might be able to weasel some adamantium out of Red if we can force the surrender. And yeah, I think I'm just going to make the attack with the weakened Harmonites, and they're going to get crunched at the beginning of the battle here. All right, let's go for it. Also, we're still bleeding money, huh? Well, we're like really, really bleeding money. I guess we're paying a lot for military upkeep, but even so, that feels like a lot of outgo. Outgo, of course, being the, the opposite of income. Ooh, strategic costs up. Help donate a total of 40 Palladian to get Adamantian. Interesting, probably not a thing that we get to participate in. Okay, so I think we want to take in these two before we start taking in the others. Yeah, I kind of thought they might just retreat, though. So now the question is, what do we need to leave behind to finish the job? Oh, here comes an army of minor faction units. Yeah, this is fine. Presumably this can't be... Oh, no, sorry. It totally can be hired mercenaries. Right, roving clans. Get that tech really early. I was going to say, it feels a little bit early in the game for a privateer army, but yeah. Forgot who we were facing. Oh, and they've just included their city garrison right along... Okay. Well, this is going to be a more difficult battle then. This was smart on their part. That's a Yermak, so it's gonna have to close right up on us. Yeah, I guess prefer the flyers as targets. These things are dead for sure, but we're not... I'm not gonna not employ them. They can die nobly for the cause. Because somebody has to. Okay, so... we're going to start having a problem here where the AI is able to get in on our stuff. The Yermak has 197 defense, although it's in the trees, so that's a little misrepresented. When our morale is completely full, we have 365 attack. I am more concerned about the Yermak, I think, than I am about the Ended. Yeah, but only marginally. They're both pretty bad. They're both fairly scary things, actually. Okay, that unit totally could have blocked a reinforcement pad and elected not to, which I really appreciate. Alright. We are unfortunately in a really bad position as far as initiative goes. All of their units are way too fast. I mean, do we want to... Let's make sure you shoot that. You should also probably focus here. We're definitely going to have some units press this way. So... a thing that's going to be kind of interesting about this is that we're chewing through the militia of that city to the east. So if we win this battle, that city's garrison is going to be empty, and if we can just move any one of our armies over into siege position, then that city's over, even if we don't have an attack left for the turn. Okay, good clause, good clause. So that's real good news. What are we focused on? It's probably the... Oh, it's definitely the wargs at this point. Their archers are a big problem, but their wargs are super high damage. Yeah, focus that away. You get that one if you're still alive. Yeah, unfortunately, waves of slow-moving infantry coming in behind the archer line. Not ideal. Okay, 101. Yep. Oh, come on. He ran onto the... Units should never, ever elect to run onto your reinforcement paths. What a nightmare. Alright, so now my ranged units have to try to sweep up as best we can. I mean, there's not going to be much of us left by the time we get a turn. Alright, excellent sweep strike back. Ooh, very lucky stun. Very fortuitous, that one. Yes, we're not going to win the battle, it looks like. The shields are doing good work, though. We're surviving a lot more archer fire than we maybe deserve to. Okay. So, that's very interesting. So this army has no action point, but by engaging like this at the start of next turn, we get to lead this battle off in a really effective way. The bad news is, oh, maybe we can hold the damage. Maybe we can. It kind of depends on what they choose to do with Fakir. So wait, do you have an action point? I can't see. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm also going to convert your village. Yeah, what? Step up. Do it. Actually, it'd be really bad if he did it. I'm gonna move around over to here. Because now we can use this unit. We can spawn you out, move you to here, and you can do the siege. Because it doesn't have to be a good siege. It's just any city in the siege state does not regenerate its militia. And I'm reasonably sure that an attack at this distance won't include Fakir. Alright, so Lioneth needs to put out 2 more Harmonites. You need to... yeah, I guess come over here and plan to join up with this army. So at the beginning of next turn, we launch this attack. We don't include... oh, this is actually very awkward. Because, like, we want to make sure we have these units available for this battle. So, I mean, what I obviously really want to do is merge them quickly, but sometimes that... you can't auto-queue a merge. And sometimes it doesn't merge the way you would like. Oh, this battle would include Fakir anyway. So actually, I don't want to fight this battle. I just want to keep the city sieged. So the fact that this includes these units is fine, I think. You are feeling triumphant, despite the fact... oh, because you have a city siege. I was going to say, despite the fact that I would argue that battle was not really a win for either of us. In fact, it was probably a loss for Red because my units are more replaceable at the moment due to my stockpiles. Alright, so what we want to do here is spam the hell out of this battle. As soon as that can happen, we need it to happen. It'd be super cool if our village up there would produce another Harmonite at this moment. If you have to be using a bunch of, like, base garbage units for a purpose like this, the Harmonite's probably a pretty good unit type for it to be. And I guess we don't really have anything else of any import to do. Let's resolve this first. They won't retreat on this. We don't have to include everybody as reinforcements. I'm gonna leave these action points up. I do want to bring this army in, I think. Yeah, I don't necessarily trust this one to get the job done. They won't retreat here because they're all below. Okay. Yeah, this actually looks like a pretty sensible setup. Maybe more like that. You only have 2 movement. Well, you're not going to get to go until after all of them have gone anyway. So for sure we start with this. Just met a new minor faction, which is weird. It's probably an Urkin moving. Oops, clicked outside the battle. Oof. They are hitting really hard. You got to give them that. All right, so that resolves the city siege. Okay, they did engage in this battle over here, which is fine. I have to resolve that battle before I'm able to move. This is, yep, I'm sacrificing that unit on purpose. Oh, well, actually, wait. Yeah, that's fine. Because the militia didn't respawn, this is fine. I think we should be able to do this. Because we have this this range advantage. So you're going to be able to move wherever you want and shoot anything. Doesn't really matter where it is. 1, 2, 3, yeah. All we can really hope for here is a 0 damage. But we can outrange the Tedicate for the first turn, probably. Yeah, if I stay up here... It is a real shame that we don't get to go until after they do, though, because we don't get to know. Yeah, this is why I was a little leery about that angle. I wanted to try to move after I clicked attack. I was like, oh shoot, I should probably move further left because yeah, we are getting the edge of the city reinforcements. Okay. Get him. Oh. That didn't work. Well. We are going to have to buy back our hero here. The way that unit moved such that its sweep strike back would obliterate everything. It's pretty smart. It's pretty good. If we turn this battle zone... Okay. Now, unfortunately, we cannot resurrect our hero because I forgot we've been bleeding money constantly every turn forever. Okay, we can bounce the Rumbler. Bring out these 2 Harmonites. And then... let me just build my dust refinery real quick, I guess. How is Red feeling about the war now? Now they're completely unwilling to give up. They believe they are winning. Well, annoying, but not really anything we can do about it. Oh, you had movement left. That's fine. We can have this fight over here instead. In fact, it's better for me if we have this fight over here instead. Have 3 luxury boosts active. Okay, and the Wild Walkers got a hero to level 8. Not a big surprise. Didn't think we were going to get that one. Okay, we are including everything here because they do have an army within reinforcement range. Okay, they've chosen not to use it. I think that's probably the right move. I cannot believe that y'all failed to kill this thing. Okay, the virus got there. Zero. Really? My unit's going out of their way to make sure the enemies get as many attacks as possible. Okay. Is that another settler? It sure is. They're still thinking they want this region, but they can't quite figure out how to... I have no idea. I have no idea what they're doing. Their deal is strange. Sure. Go ahead and build me a cargo dock. Why not? Also, let's just get that Burrow Street down. And then we go back to building military units. Little bit of infrastructure development in the middle of the war. So what? We know they still have a 4-unit army left behind, and now this city has fully regenerated its garrison. So hard to say whether we're actually going to be able to get it. My suspicion is probably not, actually. What do we want now? Obviously, pushing spying is pretty high value. The biggest problem there, of course, being that that building is made of adamantium. Well, we're gonna have to buy some resources from the market here. There's just no way around it. So let's see if we can push ourselves. I'm really glad they're not using their Urkin, because they could definitely defeat us with it. My suspicion is they figure they can defeat us without it, is the reason we're not seeing it. And honestly, evidence suggests that they may be right about that. Oh, come on, update vision. Oh, the city's cliffed off from me. Of course it is. What a terrible angle. Cool. Way to spend extra effort to not grab the pearls. Good job there. I wonder if we should... We probably need to, at this point, replenish our Archer Corps a little bit, and we have to do it without spending resources, or strategics rather, so we'll do some of that. Endom is leveling up incredibly quickly. Our city is fully awesome. There's no two ways about that. So this cargo dock is level 2. We're getting good payout from every water tile. This, if we build there and there, we have a nice little cluster of things. I mean, I was building out toward this thing, but maybe we just want to maximize our coast coverage. It's a thing to think about for if this war ever ends. We're going to keep checking on Red's willingness to surrender. Like, if I gave you meritocratic promotion, I could get tech back. I could get good tech back. He actually really wants out, which is interesting. Like, he will not give me Howard. How much is that deal? 44. What am I looking at in terms of my Empire plan cost? Okay. Because we're coming up on the end of time here. We're coming up on the end of this Empire plan. And I'm noticing we can't even kind of refire the old one. We probably don't need that, but like, gosh, we're far off. We would need to make 216 rather. Influence in the next 2 turns, which is not, I think, possible, probably. Yeah. It's not that far off. I mean, we can do like this, and we could just lose the Empire and Expansion part, and we'd be fine. Yeah, I guess that's what we're going to have to do. I don't remember what Howeird's population is, but like, it sure would be nice to get it, wouldn't it? Also, gosh, I wish my vision was better. We're going to move you around here just to get that site. This is not a great time for winter, honestly. Okay, we need to new army these nameless fellas out here real fast. Yeah, join them. Just move up there. Why is it impossible to see the damn 4? Okay. You know what? Well, they just want to rumble right now. What is your deal? 2 Yermax and an Ice Warg. Pretty good anti-archer core there. I should have just attacked immediately. Yeah, if I had just attacked immediately, I wonder if we'd have gotten it. Well, what we can do is pump out another... Oh, we've run out of stockpiles. Oh no. We've reached the end of our ability to to overpower. And the fact that their city is under siege gives me no credit with them as far as figuring this out goes. Interesting. I can't even suggest the trade of Howard. Is it because it's sieged? That would be really weird, right? For a city to be untradeable if it is in the sieged condition to anyone except the sieger, I totally get. But as the sieger, I would think if anything, it would be easier for me to get that. Okay, so you two aren't fighting anybody else. If we're out of stockpiles, I really do need this war to end. Do I think that I can win by fighting this army? The thing is, if I go down there and fight them, we have to deal with Fakir. If I make them come up here to me, things are a little bit better. But we have no idea how many other things might get moved in that time. And your stats are very impressive. I do not feel it would be wise. Maybe I should have, instead of marching for Howard, maybe I should have marched for Fakir, and then we use Fakir to take. But obviously, if we take over an Urkin by violence, it is not useful for combat for us for a considerable amount of time. So what? We could get organized labor, and then we could rebuild and launch another war again in the near future. And this would give us the ability to utilize the market. We could sell some glass steel to buy some stuff. And what it really comes down to is, do I think we're still going to be able to get Howard here? Is there a way to, within the next turn or two, make that happen? And I think the answer is no. Given the presence of the fresh troops. Yeah, and especially their attack and damage numbers, they're going to chew through our line really quickly. Let's take the deal. Let's back off. I don't think we're going to get a third city, which is a real shame. That's a lot of extra work that we put in there that we could have put toward other stuff. But yeah, let's take it. Let's just eat it. We're trading a deal for, like, this deal is massively biased in our favor, right? And we still have enough resources. I'm stealing this, though. This is mine. Oh. And as such... Oh, right, because the Mycera can see us, because we're adjacent to the Urkin. And then we'll just go ahead and fall back. Alright, so we don't need any more Nameless Guard. What do we need? Well, I guess that depends on the price of things on the market. Adamantium is remarkably cheap. So, I mean, that's got to be our highest priority. Do we have any... Okay, we do have some luxuries we can sell. We have no production of Moonleaf. Is there Moonleaf available? Oh, there is. Yeah, I kind of don't want to sell it then. Here, we can sell this stuff. This stuff's fairly valuable. Okay, so we definitely need to buy 11 of that for our faction quest. Getting out from under the market ban is it's a non-zero value on our on the war as well. Should not treat it as though it's a thing that we it is a prize that we won for sure. So we can rerun that when it runs out in 4 turns. It's great news. How are you doing? 221? I do want to just get Ipsawacha back in control of an army so that we can start generating XP again. We will assign to army. Also, this will help him get home faster. Actually, I'm gonna go steal one more pearl from them. Yeah, so that war was not ideal. I overcommitted in a way that was not productive. Huh. Okay, just move to here. And what are we researching? Now that we have access to the market again, it does fill me with hope that we will be able to actually construct a plow factory, so get to work on that. And next time, we should probably build one of these. Next time we do war, I think we're going to be in a really good position to push the heck out of it and get like huge payouts. I believe our city center does have to end up at level 3 for our faction quest. So I'm going to... I know what I was just thinking about water, but I'm going to prioritize that. Let's make sure that gets done. And then we'll build out and claim some water. Yep, that's the closing of the borders, but it doesn't affect these armies who have already had their movement orders entered. Why can I not move directly from this tile to that tile? It should be the same movement cost either way. Huh, I don't know. Well, whatever, that's the one we gotta search for the quest. And again, there's not like a cliff between them or anything. Just weird. All right, so I believe at the end of the turn, you're going to get teleported to here with 0, or at the beginning of the next turn, you're going to get teleported to here with 0 movement. So that's a bummer. I burned that fungal bloom before you even met me. Okay, let's keep this. What else do we want? I mean, are we again in a place where we're probably just spending dust on... Yeah, probably, right? Here, let's do this. We'll just give up the entire Empire and expansion part. Because the city's still mega fervent and will be always. Oh, hey, free body. This one has not produced an additional free body yet. Now that we're post-Empire Plan and we have a little bit of influence, I'm going to go and swap our assimilation. A 5% discount on all buildings is definitely better than 1 village worth of Silix effect. We're going to have to switch it back, of course, when somebody does eventually take this out. But this region has become pink. Wait, what makes this... Oh, Khazar. That's actually great. That defends my village. I like that very much. Imperial coinage for 0 Hyperium. Presumably, what happened there is they put that deal on the table, and then it had some Hyperium in it, and then they sold their Hyperium or something. All right, let's search this and see what happens. Nothing. Didn't spawn anything. Okay, research 10 Era 3 technologies. We are well on our way to that. Working on it just as fast as we can. So, after we get the plow factory done, we're definitely going to want, like, statistical methods. Actually, both of these techs are really strong for us. Let's grab statistical methods first. And we can move people off of influence. That we've generated a little bit of a stock. I kind of want to just super focus. So yeah, at this point we're just dumping bodies back into the city garrison for XP purposes. Okay. Are we, like, back in the game? Honestly, I have no idea. I do think that we threw a wrench into Red's plan, which is probably pretty important for not letting Red win the game on 110. But I don't know that that necessarily means that we're viable. It was almost certainly a necessary step. Did I click the wrong button? I must have. Okay, there we go. So somebody just entered... Jeez. Somebody entered era 5. Well, it's turn 82. That's not wild. Our research has been weak. All right. So at this point, I believe it is the case, just building a district here will level the city center to 3. I don't think we have to be... Yeah, definitely keep that running. I don't think we have to be in a big hurry on that, so... it takes a mere 5 Palladian for this. Gosh, I hope we don't get market banned again. That'd be very annoying. We certainly want to get that plow factory done in a real hurry. Okay, that's weird. I did panic real badly there for a second when my whole population simply disappeared. I assume we're not trading with anyone. Oh, Pink moved their Urkin away. Yep, and the second they did so, we paid the price. If we could get peace with you, we could actually set up some trade routes through this ocean. Would be nice to bring in some extra money. So I think I focused this down and then we move people back to science. And right now I'm just coming over here to look for additional pearls. So it would be nice to build ourselves up to a place where we could fight red again, where we could jump back in. I don't know. Okay, there's the market ban. It's definitely annoying. I don't know how long that's going to take, and again, like a big part of it's going to come down to whether or not red gets into a war with somebody else, which they certainly should. Oh, the Necrophages have been basically removed from the map at this point. That is perhaps very bad news for us. Well, hopefully Red and the Wild Walkers will end up at war, because otherwise, I don't know. Otherwise, I'm a little concerned. And we may have just done a little bit of king making. It may just be that we moved the crown from Red to the Wild Walkers. All right, how many people do I have to leave on this to still get it in one? Because like it is pretty important that it gets done. The answer is some. All right, lots and lots and lots of growth. Obviously critically important to the plan. I really wish that I felt like I could just assign people to food and take advantage of the husbandry center, but I don't believe for a second that that's safe. We are way behind on a lot of things. All right, so at this point, I think it's probably okay to just build out to here because we can complete this whenever we need to. Let's go get some ocean, shall we? And you're just running settler through my territory. Wow, they got the 8-person per army tech immediately after we traded them the 6, I guess. So they'll probably never, yeah, it's probably never going to be easy to attack them again. Not good sign. I sure do wish I had access to the market. When we finish statistical methods, we're going to need access to the market. Actually, I need access to the market right now. Well, we'll make it one move because my guess is we're going to potentially be able to push it off, but then they're going to reinstate the ban the next turn. So we better make sure we can do all of our shopping at once. We definitely did not have the resources to do it all earlier. At least not without selling things that we may end up actually needing. So this is technology number 9 from Era 3. I don't really know what else we want here. The answer is kind of nothing. So we'll grab unexpected allies, maybe. Imperial Kennels would be all right. Hell, maybe we should Maybe we should build a Dust Guardian. Actually. That might be the right move. I may have come around on the Dust Guardian enough. Okay, we do have a natural Hyperium source. That's cool. 2, in fact. Yeah, wow, that's really nice. That is some extreme luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No wait, we only have 8 Era 3s. Yeah, one of the things for moving toward that era, toward Era 4, must have been an earlier era research. So I think I'm gonna go grab Rare Metal Foundry first, and then we'll come back and get the other stuff. And we are also gonna have to try to negotiate the removal of our market ban. How expensive? Some expensive. They don't want any of my stuff. They'll do it for a good tech. Well, I mean, obviously that's pretty dangerous, but also I sure am desperate for those resources. Maybe we can just trade the resources directly off of somebody. Right, we have to have peace first. You're the only person who might maybe talk to me about this. So part of the problem is that it really is quite a large amount of titanium that I'm after. And then I would need 5 of each of these. This doesn't feel like a thing that's going to be able to happen. There you go. If we give them every technology we know that they don't, they'll do it for that. How to approach this? Because we definitely need to get our National Museum online. We definitely need to get our Advanced Alchemy Lab online. The cryometric monitors could wait, I suppose. But yeah, at the very least, that's 20 points of resources we gotta buy from somewhere. It's probably the market. It probably ends up being... Ugh. I hate the idea of giving Red technologies at this point. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna call the episode here. This is a little bit earlier than usual. We're gonna see if I can't figure something out. When y'all come back next time, it'll have reset the AI's brain a little bit. We'll see if anybody's willing to deal with us a little bit more fairly. And if not, then I don't know what we'll do, because apparently we're never going to be able to defeat Red in a war ever again, which has some serious implications for our strategy. I'm overselling it. Like, we have 2 Hyperium deposits. If we can get mining up on those and make some weapons from them, I don't know. We'll see. When you come back next time, we'll see what our options are. How about that? And we'll see you then.